Imagine the town of Lipa. Batangas has just been captured in the early months of the Philippine-American War in the year 1900. American soldiers marched through your streets, promising order and a new beginning. But within hours, those same soldiers are breaking down your door, not to bring peace, but to take everything you own. This isn't a fictional story. This was the reality for the people of Lipa, Batangas, in January of 1900. During the Philippine-American War, the town of Lipa was a strategic prize. On January 15th, American forces from the 39th and 38th Infantry Regiments of the United States Volunteers took control after a fierce but short battle. The town fell silent, waiting to see what this new occupation would bring. The commanders, Colonels Bullard and Anderson, were supposed to establish order. Instead, just an hour after capturing the town, they heard a rumor about American prisoners in the nearby town of Rosario. Driven by impulse, the two colonels galloped off, leaving their troops behind without senior command. They found no prisoners, but they did seize a significant sum of rebel funds before returning to Lipa by sunset. But what they found upon their return was a town in chaos. While the commanders were away, their men had unleashed a wave of terror. Soldiers, mostly state volunteers with little training and even less discipline, went from house to house. They weren't fighting an enemy. They were robbing civilians. They took food, jewelry, family heirlooms, anything of value they could carry. One report from a fellow officer described an entire battalion as being loaded down with booty from Lipa, a flagrant violation of military law and basic human decency. The very men sent to pacify the Philippines were now acting like common thieves. When the division's commander, General Bates, heard what happened, he was furious. He sarcastically called the colonel's impulsive ride to Rosario gallant, but he couldn't hide his disgust. He condemned their recklessness for abandoning their posts and, more importantly, for allowing their troops to pillage a civilian population they were supposed to protect. The capture of Lipa was meant to be a military victory for the Americans. Instead, it became a dark chapter of betrayal and shame. For the people of Lipa, who had already endured the hardships of war, this was a profound humiliation. The supposed liberators had become their tormentors. This event is a stark reminder that the official histories of war often leave out the most painful truths. Behind the battlefield strategies and casualty reports are the personal stories of stolen dignity and broken trust. The scars left on towns like Lipa weren't just from bullets and cannons. They were from the quiet suffering inflicted by an occupation that promised peace but delivered plunder. Thank you for joining me to uncover this hidden piece of history. If you found this story important, please give this video a like and subscribe for more forgotten histories. See you next time.